liberal means open-minded. They're no longer liberals. You can't say or believe anything they don't like. They claim to be the party of unity, of openness, but only if you agree with them. If you're not, cancel. The left are no longer the liberals. It's the great awakening, and you're invited. Our panel is here to weigh in. ISABEL Brown, spokesperson for Turning Point USA, and ROBBY SLOAVE, senior editor of Reason and author of this book right there, Tech Panic. Thank you both for joining us, ROBBY. Let's start with you on the. Let's start with the gay bi son of Superman, John Kent.
Superboy.
You know, I think obviously they do this kind of thing as a stunt to get attention. The comic book creators, obviously. I mean, there are plenty at this point.
They're trying to get readers, not just attention.
But it's kind of like a self.
They're trying to build a base.
Where they outrage people on the right. People on the right are thus then outraged, giving them the exact sort of attention they wanted with this kind of thing. So maybe the healthiest thing to do is to just kind of like roll your eyes and move on.
I love that, ROBBY. As I said in the opening or in the last segment, I'm a practicing libertarian best I can, and I agree with you. Do whatever you want, but when you just do it for the sake of ginning up some outrage, ISABEL, what are your thoughts on Superboy being bi?
Eric, I feel like we have to rewind all the way back to the Olympics because we all deserve a gold medal in trying to keep up with the mental gymnastics the left is asking us to do every 5 minutes. Now, Superman is bisexual. We're hearing that Legos all of a sudden have genders. I didn't remember that being a part of my childhood. In California, they're saying toy sections and even toothbrushes have to be gender neutral rather than presented for boys or girls, and the list could go on and on and on. But the great irony here is that these are the same people shouting the word unity from the rooftops. They're demanding that we become a United States of America once again. I can't keep track of how many times I've heard that word from our President of the United States, Joe Biden, and yet they're promoting anything but unity. They are creating chaos and disarray and destroying as much as they possibly can in every facet.
It's only been 8 months.
I have a hard time believing unity is
8 months of this.
A fundamental part of American
Biden.
culture again.
You know, I played a little soundbite from the Axios reporter talking to both Ben and Jerry about their decision to pull some sales, or the company's decision. They sold the company to a large conglomerate, but they're shareholders and they're very influential. About the decision to pull some sales within the occupied area, let's call it, of Israel, yet not doing it in Georgia, the state of Georgia, or Texas, where they also disagree with some of the ideas. ISABEL, what about that? What about the hypocrisy of Ben and Jerry?
Well, the complete silence and their inability to answer that question tells you everything you need to know about their political priorities. It's always convenient for a leftist to make a stance as long as it doesn't impact their ability to truly practice capitalism. If these people really practice what they preach, they probably wouldn't be selling their products anywhere ever again because there's always something to pick apart. You know, Dennis Prager is always famous for saying the left can never create anything. They always destroy everything. There's no other objective, and that is what we are seeing play out right before our very eyes in America today.
Staying with you, ISABEL, for a second. Control, can you roll some of that VO of that interview right there again? Because that reporter right there from Axios, if she looks familiar, ISABEL, that was the girl who was hired by Teen Vogue and then fired because of some old tweets that she had put up, and then Axios hired her back. I mean, this is right what we're watching is like the whole woke mob happening all in one soundbite.
It's all coming together right before our eyes, but nobody is safe from cancel culture. The best response we can possibly have is following the lead of amazing comedian Dave Chappell, who said it best. If I get canceled on Twitter, I don't care because Twitter's not a real place. So just refuse to be canceled, refuse to give in to these standards that the left is trying to tear us down to, and live your life as a free American. That's the best way we can come out of this.
You know, and let's take it to ROBBY. ROBBY, you know, Dave Chappelle, he's just killing it. It's the #1 download in America right now. His comedy show. So they decide not to pull him on Netflix. But if he weren't #1, you think he'd get canceled too?
Yeah, you make a great point. Some people, like Dave Chappelle, are sort of cancel-proof. J.K. Rowling, they're so famous and successful and so well appreciated for the art they've created that they can't. It's hard to get them canceled. But that's not true of more normal people, more regular.
Yeah, your
people.
average Joe, like me, been canceled for more over than 30-something years. Can't you see? Please, this is serious. Got me on my knees, fell down, but I don't want to give in. Except to the mercy of the state of Maryland, my friends, my kin, the ones I'm in with, right around D.C., wrapped around it, connected to Virginia by some bridges. It's time for us to get together, y'all. Meet in the middle. We can do this for our kids. We can meet in the kitchen, have some food. Dave, I love you. Gentleman that wrote that book, I pray for you too. America, this is what we got to do. We can do this. Every side has some points. Every side's right. Every side's wrong. Everybody's stupid. We can fix this together. Or we can go down together. I'd rather surf than suck under. We can do this. We got to listen to each other and talk. And calmer, cooler heads will prevail unless we let the loonies get in charge, which is already what's been happening for about a couple hundred years, right? See y'all in the middle. We're going to take it out of Maryland and take it to the world. We're going to franchise it. Charge y'all for it. Maryland needs the money. DC's been screwing us for years.
Professor of music.
The hell's he talking about?
Prize-winning.
We're moving on, people. Talk to you soon.